You said yes, and then spent the next 3 days thinking about how to get out of it. That tightness in your chest, that's the cost of an unspoken boundary. Welcome to the Self-Care Cafe. I'm Pammy Parker. Here at the cafe, we take a gentle pause from the busyness of life and gather around conversations that nourish the heart, the mind, and the spirit. Today, we're talking about soft boundaries, short, compassionate phrases and tiny habits that help you protect time and calm during transitions. I'm so pleased to be joined by Dr. Meera Patel, a licensed therapist and communication coach who works with women navigating caregiving shifts, career pivots, and quieter midlife seasons. Meera, welcome.
Thank you, Pammy. It feels like a cozy spot to practice being braver with ourselves. I want to center language that feels gentle but clear, so boundaries land like a steady hand, not a slammed door. That's especially helpful when life is changing fast. Why are boundaries so easily lost when we're in a transition? What do you see clinically when people are in that place? I often see a creeping sense of being stretched thin. People say yes because they feel responsible or because they're afraid of disappointing someone.
Ooh, I know that one.
That little yes piles up. After a few weeks, it becomes background anxiety, a constant tightness that shapes decisions. Small, clear boundaries quiet that noise and make room for the choices that actually matter. Using simple, kind language helps people keep connection while protecting themselves.
People worry, though, but won't people be hurt if I say no?
Boundaries can trigger feelings for others, yes, but a clear, kind boundary often communicates care more honestly than an exhausted yes. You're not responsible for another person's reaction, but you are responsible for how you treat yourself. If responses are heavy or persistent, that's a sign to seek deeper support.
Okay, now for the helpful part. Short phrases people can actually use. Not long speeches, just real lines you can say the moment something lands in your lap. 6 quick, rephrasable scripts to try. For time, I can't take that on right now, but thank you for thinking of me.
For energy, I don't have the capacity this week. Could we find another way?
I need to rest so I can show up fully.
For availability, I'm unavailable then, but I can do X on Y.
Make it yours. How about Tuesday afternoon instead?
For small favors, I'm honored you asked, but I need to pass.
I really appreciate you asking.
For technology, I'm stepping away from my phone after 8 p.m. Adapt to your rhythm. I check messages in the morning. For follow-up, I'll get back to you by Friday with an answer.
I'll confirm by end of day Friday.
Those are wonderfully simple. I appreciate how each leaves a little space to offer an alternative or a timeline that feels less like shutting someone out and more like honest navigation.
Exactly. And hearing them out loud helps too. Want to do a few quick role plays so listeners can hear tone and pacing? Family, workplace, friend? 3 short examples.
Let's do it. I'll try the family one. Your sibling asks you to host a holiday dinner the weekend you plan to rest.
I'm so sorry. I can't take that on this year. I need the weekend for rest.
Nice and brief. If they push, add warmth. I wish I could, and I'm not able right now. Workplace. Imagine a manager asks you to lead an extra project the week your caregiving load increases. You might say, I can't take on another project this week. I can help plan the handoff, or I can look at timelines for next month.
Friend at midnight asking for emotional support. Common and tough. What then?
Be tender and clear. I want to be here for you, but I'm heading to bed. Can we talk tomorrow after I've had rest? That validates and protects your sleep. I can already feel that loosen in the chest a little. One worry I hear a lot is, will this sound robotic or scripted?
how do we keep language feeling like us?
The trick is tiny personalization. Add one detail, a word, a short reason, or your usual greeting. Practice aloud a few times so the cadence becomes yours. A heartfelt short line beats a long, perfect speech every time.
Let's put it into action with a 1-minute rehearsal. Find a seat, feet on the floor. Soften your shoulders. Breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. Choose one phrase you might try this week. Maybe, I need to pass, or I'll get back to you by Friday. Ready? Together now. Breathe in. Inhale. Breathe out. Exhale. Now say your chosen phrase quietly in your mind or out loud. I can't take that on right now, but thank you for thinking of me. Repeat it once and notice how your shoulders and jaw respond. If anything tightens, soften and breathe into it. Say it again, imagining the person receiving it. Not to rehearse conflict, just to feel the words landing. I can't take that on right now, but thank you for thinking of me. Exhale. Before we close, a few micro habits to make these boundaries stick. 1, a 2-minute morning priorities check. 2, an end-of-day device curfew. 3, a weekly 10-minute review to notice where you said yes out of obligation and how you might handle it next time.
Those are lovely, bite-sized and kind. Any last reassurance for someone worried they'll hurt a loved one?
A clear, kind boundary often preserves relationships better than an exhausted yes. You can show care and set limits at the same time. And if setting boundaries brings up more than you can handle alone, consider reaching out to a therapist or coach. Deeper support can be the most compassionate next step.
Thank you, Mira. For anyone who wants the little scripts written out and a short workbook with personalization prompts, visit our show site to download a printable PDF with the 6 phrases, the 3 micro habits, and practice prompts. Come as you are. Leave nourished. Thank you for joining us today at the cafe.
It was a joy to be here. Take one small step this week. Say one gentle phrase and notice what changes. You might be surprised at how much lighter it feels. Take care.
Thank you for listening. If this episode helped, please visit our site for the printable scripts and workbook, and consider subscribing so you won't miss future conversations. Until next time, take a breath, be kind to yourself, and remember, come as you are. Leave nourished.